Hey! What's up, all you vaqueros, and welcome back to the Tea with D. I'm your host, DJ 3D. Unfortunately, we do not have Jan with us today. I'm very sorry, but that's okay. We'll remember him. And in remembrance of him, we're going to start off with one of his favorites. This is Your Love by The Outfield. Enjoy. And that was Your Love by The Outfield. All right, everybody. Oh, gotta get the... All right, and we're back. Okay, let's see. So we're getting a lot of... Guys, we need to address the elephant in the room, and that's Tom Holland. We've been getting a lot of messages lately, a lot of input on what's going to happen with Tom, what's going to happen with the new SpiderMan. And, guys, we don't know. It's come to... I guess somewhere it was posted that Tom, he was a little reluctant when asked, hey, how about the new, what's to become of these new, supposedly another trilogy of Spider-Man? And in which Tom replied, I don't really know, that's kind of up in the air right now. And so, guys, we really have to kind of make it known that he might not make 3 more. And that'd be all right. Luckily, guys, I'm getting a message. Yes, we do not have Jan in the room today. Jan's actually, we do have question mark, and question mark just said something. Where was he?
Jan?
Yeah.
He had to go on break because he has some stuff to do. So, if anything, I'm joining the show. It's been a while.
Question mark, it has been a while. Question mark, how was your break?
Could have been better, to be honest.
What'd you do?
Nothing much. Just went home. That's literally I was just home.
Okay.
I saw my family, Christmas, whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I got a new vinyl. I finally got The Wall from Pink Floyd. So
Really? Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Okay, so question mark. This is another big topic that's come in. Have you watched the show Euphoria?
This was said yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember if I came on the show or not, but I said I had no idea what Euphoria was.
You have no idea?
No.
So you still have no idea?
I do not.
Okay, so Euphoria is...
Sorry.
Oh, you're good. So Euphoria is this HBO Max show that... I mean, it's not a bad show by any means, but how do I say it? How do I put it? It's not the most realistic show that's out there.
Well, what even is it about? I heard it was like something about high school, like over dramatic high schoolers or something like that.
Okay, I don't know if I can say it on the air because this is university air control radio, but there's a lot of rated R things happening within the high school, and that I think it's very different from the average high schooler experience. Very different.
You think?
No. I know. It's pretty crazy, and yeah, I think that's I don't think it's worth the watch. Well, it's definitely worth the watch if you want to watch something like that, but it can be a bit a little weird at times. All right. What other topics do we have here? Okay, it is cold in Texas.
Very.
If we have any Texans listening right now, which we probably do, probably all of them, it's cold right now. It's freezing in Texas, and it sucks. We can't get over it, and yeah, it was actually so cold. What happened yesterday?
I hear some cars weren't starting.
Yeah, my parents told me they ran out of. They lost power in the house for a couple hours actually. Yeah, that's what I heard. And then, how are we looking? Question mark.
What do I think?
Yeah.
I just don't want a repeat of last year.
Oh my God.
That's the only thing I'm hoping doesn't happen.
All right. Okay, wait. So this is another topic that's come in, and a lot of people really wondering. Okay, question mark. I want to get your pulse on it. The Metaverse.
Metaverse, like Facebook?
Yeah. Have you heard of this?
Yes, I've heard a little bit.
What's your thoughts on it? Because apparently it's not even just Facebook. It's like a whole nother like virtual world.
I don't know. I'm like super iffy on it. None of them are working.
None of them are working.
No, so we're gonna have to share the mic a little bit.
We're having technical difficulties, just tad bits. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I apologize about that, but I don't know about the metaverse, dude. Cause like, have we learned nothing from like every show or movie about getting into a virtual world?
I think that you know it's so funny because I was watching something on another. I was watching another podcast the other day, and you know what they were talking about?
What's up?
They were talking about, do you have any metaverse real estate?
Oh, I know what that is. It's like the new. I don't know about all that stuff because they're also doing like, I know what's going on now is like NFTs and all that stuff. It's almost exactly the same thing.
Do you know anything about NFTs?
Yes, I still don't like them though.
Please indulge our listeners a bit, because that's another thing we've been bombarded with.
Look, my knowledge is very basic. I'm not gonna like claim I'm an expert.
So it's just these like digital like artworks.
It's digital artwork that's unique.
Unique, guys, very unique.
And like the whole thing is like that they're saying like they own it through a code, because like all of them have like a unique code that is unique to like the actual.
And apparently you can't like screenshot them. Like you can't screenshot.
Like if you screenshot it, the whole argument is like it makes a separate code. It's like through the actual picture thing.
Yeah.
So you don't have the original.
My question is why would an average Joe like me get into it?
Get rich quick scheme. That's all it really is, in my opinion, to be honest.
I just feel like it's just gonna be one of these things where it's like, okay, it's here today, and it's gonna be absolutely wiped out to the next day.
Honestly, I feel the same, because the biggest issue for me,
because right now we can say, oh hell yeah, let's buy an NFT together, and then tomorrow it's gonna be like, okay, what are NFTs? They're done, they're gone.
Because the thing is, NFTs, in my opinion, the only value placed upon them is literally whatever you want. Like, I've done a little research and I can't figure out what values them. Because, like, stocks, obvious, it's based on how good a business does. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That makes sense. So their value isn't determined by a person. It's determined by the actual, like, how the company is doing. Cryptocurrency, it's a little bit more complicated, but it works the same.
Do you have any crypto right now?
No.
You don't have any crypto?
I stopped investing when I lost $40 one time. So like,
you can't stop investing with $40.
No, I invested like, I think it was like 150, but I lost 40 of it, and like I was like,
you still had 110 left. You still have some wiggle room.
Yeah, but I needed the money at that point.
It's so crazy how like these stockbrokers can like go days with like losing millions and then turn around gaining 10 millions. But just in that like $1 million loss, you know, to them it's like, okay, yeah, I mean that's gonna be today, but tomorrow it's different. Like for us, if we're losing that in a day, it's like, oh my God, drop everything. This is enough. This is done. Like where's that line that separates? Okay, we can still, you know, play around with this. To okay, I'm out of this. This is done. I'm losing money.
I don't know. It just depends on a budget, I guess. I can't speak for like millionaires and billionaires that invest like thousands, maybe even millions of money into the stocks. But I mean, as a normal Joe, I guess it's all based on like, I mean, the way that I was doing it was that I put in that amount of money and I had that as the budget. So like I always wanted at least that 150. So if I got higher or whatever, I would take out that much but leave still 150. Does that make sense? But then like I guess I had like a point where like if it went below a certain price, I was like, no, I'm out. I'm not patient. I'm not patient enough for it.
See, that was exactly what I was about to say. I feel like patience is really key to this, but at the same time, I feel like you can also get into it and it can just skyrocket. Because I mean, look at Warren Buffett. I mean, his whole thing was, okay, I did penny stocks, and then I started doing things. I started investing in things that I thought, okay, everybody would need. Like he invested in Windex when it was like something seen on TV, like something sold like wasn't the name brand yet, and he thought, okay, cleaning for the house, that's something that we're always gonna need. What else? He invested in. Oh man, my mother gave me a whole paragraph on this. I can't think of it right at the moment, but you get what I'm saying, right? Just the idea of investing in something that can go like from here to here in a matter of days. It sounds lucky, but if you do your research, you think that's possible?
For stocks?
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes it feels like illegal Vegas.
I mean,
sometimes it feels like it depends.
It's gambling. This is another form of gambling, in my opinion.
Because like the thing is, like I know there's a lot of people who are like, so I remember they used to do a lot of videos, like ads, more like ads than videos of like people who are like, how much money did you make? Oh, I made like 30K. How much do you make a month? 40K or something like that. And then it was like always like, I taught these people, these are my students, come pay for my $500 class.
And we see that all the time on social media. It's like, oh, look, I was a high school student like 2 years ago. Now I live in LA and I drive a Lambo, blah, blah, blah. Take my $100 class and figure out like what separates that guy from another guy who's just worked his whole life, knows how to like invest his money and make it there probably when he's like maybe later 30s.
I mean, it's just, I don't know. There's a lot of opinions on stocks, like all that kind of stuff right now. Not necessarily just stocks, because I have more respect for stocks than like NFTs. Because I feel like stocks needs more research.
If we do stocks, what would you put? Okay. So you get, okay, here's a scenario for you. You're given $1 million. Don't ask how you got it. You just got it. But you invest it. Where are you investing that?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I wouldn't even invest it in stocks. I would make a business with that money.
You'd make a business with $1 million?
I feel safer.
That's like the number one rule to do when you get loads of money is invest.
I don't know. It's just like the thing is, I don't know. I don't think I know enough to like invest in some good stuff. Like that's the problem.
Really?
I feel more safer making a business and like hiring.
What
people.
business would you make? What kind of business would it be?
I have no idea. I would like to make stuff for like hobbies of mine, but like that's not gonna make money. I know that. So like I have no clue.
Okay, $1 million. Personally, I think you gotta invest at least 50 grand's going into Tesla. What do you think? I think that's a safe bet because
I don't know. That's pretty.
I think that's another basic thing as well.
The thing is, anything with Musk fluctuates hard.
That is true. That is true.
If you buy it very low, then it wouldn't be worth it. But like it fluctuates a lot.
Well, let me ask you this: is it worth buying an NFT?
That's a safer bet than an NFT. I know a lot of games are trying to do it, and I'm like, how does that work? Like,
okay. So I was reading an article just the other day, and the main gist you have to understand is NFTs have actually been around for a while. They didn't just spring up out of nowhere. Like digital artwork just has been around.
Well, like digital artwork, yeah, but they've never done it the way that they're doing it now.
Yeah.
Now, like the thing is, like, okay, you know the monkey one that's like super popular.
Okay, that monkey one has been around since like 2016, 2017.
But the thing is, like, how do I say it? Like, they say that it's for the art rather than the money. Do you know who made them?
No.
If it was for the art, they would have said who made it, but I have no clue who made any of those. It's about the money. It's not about art.
Damn.
That's the difference between digital art now through NFTs and just digital art in general.
You know what? I think that's going to be a good segment way into our next song. Guys, this is a personal favorite of mine. If you don't like it, that's too bad. This is Zombie by the Cranberries. Not in the room right now, but we are doing our very best to make sure everything is good. That's us in the background doing a bunch of technological work. Isn't that right? Question mark.
Yeah. It's been quite an experience, but I'm trying my best. I'm basically like, obviously y'all don't know this, but like I'm kind of fulfilling Jan's role in the background.
Guys, question mark is doing a great job right now. I just want everyone to know that. Question mark, you're doing a great job.
Thank you. I know I could do better, but thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. So another topic we had. I don't know if you're aware of the situation right now, but what are you thinking about Russia?
The whole Ukraine thing.
Yeah. Do you know a little bit about that? Because if so, please.
I'm not too knowledgeable. I just know that Russia may or may not be trying to find an excuse to invade the Ukraine.
Why are they trying to invade Ukraine? I don't understand. Okay, but
Power.
that's another thing, right? Because someone's not a part of NATO, and so if they do something, we literally can't do anything about it. It was Ireland
Well,
because they were 130 miles
Ireland is super iffy.
off of Ireland.
You're not on air. Hope you all know that.
It's kind of too late for that. We'll just continue on
Yeah. No one's on it anyways.
Damn. Sorry about that. There was a little
Uh,
PSA for us.
guys, we just had someone come in. My bad. Our bad.
But yeah, I'm not too knowledgeable on the whole Russia-Ukraine thing or NATO or whatnot. I just know that like people are worried that this is gonna be like, you know, another possible World War III thing, but I don't know too much about that. Obviously, I don't want that to happen. I'm not trying to like downplay the situation.
So I asked Jan this last week. Say this does happen, and we do go into alpha data crazy mode, and you get that draft letter in the mail saying, "Oh, you just been drafted into World War III. What you doing?"
I don't think legally I can answer that question. No, I'm joking. I don't know. I thought, isn't there like a bunch of rules for like college students or no?
Man,
I
that's
thought
a great question. Is there a bunch of rules?
I don't know. I mean, I know there used to be a flat foot rule, but I don't know if that's still a thing because I'm flat foot.
What does that mean?
My foot doesn't have an arch.
Oh, you're literally flat foot.
Yeah, my foot is literally flat. It's
Yeah.
not like normal feet.
Oh, I thought that was like no. I thought that was like a metaphor for something. Yeah, you're flat-footed. Yeah.
So like I know.
So wait, you can't join the army if you're
Well, like
flat-footed?
back then, that was supposedly like a rule, but I don't know if like that's still a
Back then
thing.
it was a rule.
Like if you were flat foot, you couldn't because like the thing is, I guess the way that they're because of like the trenches and all that stuff.
Oh, you know what? No.
What do you mean not?
So if you were flat-footed. Okay, wait. Give me a little, because I've never like fully learned this. Give me a little history lesson on flat-footedness.
So
What does
like,
that mean?
So like I'm gonna try my best to do this verbally because you know we're audio.
Mm-hmm.
So a normal foot has a little arch like towards the center of your body.
Center,
So
body,
like your
arch.
say this is your left foot, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be like around here of the foot, but like you know for the sake of explanation, it's kind of like that.
Okay.
There's like a little arch, and it's supposed to support
Yeah.
your weight, right? And it wouldn't go down unless like you forced it,
Mm-hmm.
but that's basically what it does.
Yeah.
Flat foot literally don't have that support, so they're just constantly whatever weight that you have, which is basically you and whatever you're carrying, is constantly just on your whole.
So, you being flat-footed, does that put you at a disadvantage, you think?
I don't know. I've never like the only real issue that I've ever had being flat-footed is just the shoes that I can wear. Like I can't wear Converse.
See, that was another thing I heard too. Is my cousin? I have a cousin, and he's flat-footed. I remember one time we like bought him a pair of shoes. My mom said, "I don't know if that's really gonna be comfortable for him." I said, "Why not?" And she said, "Oh, it's because he's flat-footed." And I remember thinking, what does that have to do with anything? But there's some shoes that are just uncomfortable. You just can't wear.
Like, ironically, the flatter looking shoes are the ones that hurt flat foot more. Like Converse.
Yeah.
Like
What about Vans?
Vans also.
Wow.
Vans and Converse are like the two biggest ones that like I can think about like without having to look into it. That like we can wear them for maybe like 30 minutes to an hour and then it'll start like hurting. Like we don't even have to be,
like how
walking
hurting?
around.
How hurting?
Like it hurts that little area. Like we start feeling like almost a burning. The best way I can like explain it is like if you've ever worn a tight shoe for long periods of time.
Yeah.
That's how it feels. But we get that within like an hour.
Wow.
Like we don't even have to like be walking. We could just be like sitting, and we eventually get it.
Wow.
And then of course.
And you're born with this. It's flat-footed. Just
yeah,
like
it's genetic. A lot of my family is flat-footed.
Dang.
So it's just something you're born with.
So back to the war. If you're, if
Like, I don't.
That's such a bad segment. Anyways, back to the killings of war and blah blah blah.
Anyway, despair.
So the trenches. You couldn't be flat-footed in the trenches.
That's what I've heard. I mean, it could have just been like urban legend, but that's just what I've heard.
Man, I wonder what Jan would say.
You'd probably want to talk about Spider-Man.
Okay. So we've had more people coming in about okay. Let me see this other one I just got.
Are we just gonna talk about Spider-Man at this point?
I mean, I wasn't planning on talking on Spider-Man, but a lot of people are wondering, especially your thoughts, on Spider-Man. What's gonna happen?
I don't know.
I think, personally, I think there's gonna be another Andrew Garfield movie.
That would be awesome. Well, I don't know. I'm still like, I know everyone's had this like Andrew Garfield resurgence.
I just want everyone to know that Andrew Garfield was my favorite, was like up there in my heart above everybody from the beginning. I liked Spider-Man too. I liked that film.
I still like, that's what I was going to say. Like, I know there's like a whole new resurgence. I'm still not a big fan. Like,
I've always been a fan, dude.
I'll say I have a better appreciation for it. Mm-hmm. But I still wouldn't say, like, I still personally think that The Amazing Spider-Man 2 was a bad movie. Yeah. I would still personally say it was a bad movie.
Some people think, yeah.
Look, my biggest issue was I feel like they got Peter.
Speaking of bad movies, you know what movie I just watched the other day? And I thought to myself, what is the original Friday the 13th? That movie is so okay. I was watching it, right?
It's a masterpiece.
Dude, it's the old lady that's killing everybody, right?
Yeah, that was.
So there's this one scene where the guy, one of the okay, remind you, this is a bunch of teenage dudes, right? Mm-hmm. Kevin Bacon, literally Kevin Bacon, guy who went up against Tremors, right? There's one scene in which I guess one of the teenage dudes, he's working on a generator or something, and he turns around and he sees the old lady, and he says, right, that's that classic. Oh, hey, it's you. What are you doing here? Oh, wait a minute.
And
are you the killer? Wait, get away from me. Blah, blah, blah. Like, dude, it's an old lady. You're a grown kid. Just go at her. Beat her. What are you doing?
You gotta remember, this is like at the time where horror movies are like super cliche.
Dude, it was so. At one point I was thinking, man, that's really dumb because the way Kevin Bacon is killed too. They have to she like goes through all the bed sheets. She's like laying under his bed, right? And he gets him. I don't know, dude.
That's the one from under the bed, right?
Yeah.
That was a cool effect.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Like a little bit of a segue from what we were talking about. Like as like a movie, like making of a movie,
mm-hmm.
It was pretty good. Like I love old horror movies, like slasher movies, especially
mm-hmm.
not necessarily because of what they have.
Yeah.
But it's just the fact that like sometimes I just like to see which one was cheaply made but looks
I
great.
would just like to go back in time and like be in that movie theater and just sitting there like, man, what is this? And then looking to my left and right and just seeing and just like, oh my god. Like it's just so mind-boggling to me because it's like, dude, just like hit her or like what are y'all doing? This is clearly some. I mean, it's not Jason yet. It's literally just a woman.
I don't think Jason doesn't come out till like the second one.
No, he doesn't. And the second one, that's like one of my favorite. That is not my favorite horror film, but that's one of my favorite horror films.
The one? Which one's the one that Jason comes out in?
That's second. Yeah, second.
Oh, okay. That's the first time he comes out.
That's the first time we see him, and he's not even in his
hockey mask.
No, he's in like a bag.
Yeah,
he has like a bag with like a single hole in it.
He doesn't get the hockey mask until like the fourth one, I think, right?
Yeah, it's dumb. We have like this. It's so weird how to think. It's so weird to think. It's like that Mandela effect. Like, oh, this has always been this way. No, it hasn't. Like, what's a good example? Look at Rocky. The big Eye of the Tiger didn't come out until which movie?
The fourth one.
It's actually the third one.
Oh, four? I thought it was the fourth one.
No, it was the third one. The Eye of the Tiger did not come out until the third Rocky movie. And if you ask just anybody, hey, where did Eye of the Tiger come out? Oh, Rocky?
Star Wars has a Mandela effect. Everyone thinks that it's Luke, I am your father, when it's no, I am your father.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because the scene.
No, it's Luke. He says,
No.
Darth Vader says, no, Luke, I am.
No, he says no. It's like the scene is like Darth Vader says Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father, and then Luke says he told me enough. He told me you killed him, and then that's when he says no, I am your father.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm like a big Star Wars fan, so like I know
Dude,
this. I know this from heart.
Okay, so that's another thing I wanted to ask you. Is it worth watching all of the Star Wars films?
I would say skip 7, 8, and 9.
7, 8, and 9, the ones that came out? I was told you need to watch those just so you can say I've watched a Star Wars film in the theaters, and I straight up said no, I'm not doing that. I'm not watching them. I haven't watched one Star Wars film.
I still watch
fully.
I still watch 7, 8, and 9 the movie.
Is it worth it? Are the originals worth it? Just tell me
Yeah,
if the originals
like,
are. Because I'll watch the originals and nothing else.
It's because like I like the prequels. I've always liked the prequels. I know a lot of people were like, "Oh, they stink." I'll be honest. The first one's probably a very boring watch compared to the other movies.
Is that the Phantom Menace?
Phantom Menace.
Okay.
It's a boring watch, but like 1, 2, 3 will give you a lot of appreciation for the originals, especially because like Episode 3 is probably like the best made one in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not my favorite Star Wars one, but I feel like it's the best made.
On rank, I think like watching older films, I think definitely at the top is horror films. If you just sit down and watch old horror films, I think your appreciation for cinema overall is just gonna be better.
Because I think I've said this before, not on the show, but like just in life in general. Horror movies are like the movies that can be the most cheap. Honestly. Yeah. Like you don't need a big budget to do a horror movie. Me and my friends, we got like a school project to do a murder mystery, and we did it more horror movie style, found footage.
Really?
We spent like
nothing. Okay, wait. Okay, before I get off topic here, we have to get a little music break in. But I'm gonna tell you something really cool after this. Okay. This is Rocket Man by Elton John. Please enjoy. And we're back. That was Rocket Man by Elton John. What do you think about Elton John? Like that guy?
He is actually one of my favorites.
Really?
Dude, I've been like looking into going to, he's going on his final tour right now. And he's actually going to stop at San Antonio.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm thinking like, I'm literally looking into buying a ticket to go.
Where did I just put it?
If I do go, that would be the first concert that I've ever like went to that I wanted to go to.
Would you, if someone said, hey, go and watch George Lopez, would you go and watch George Lopez in San Antonio? I mean, in Corpus Christi?
I'm not a big fan of George Lopez.
See, I'm a huge fan of George Lopez, but I feel like, is he kind of funny nowadays?
I don't know. Like, I'm not going to lie. I don't know if this is going to be offensive.
Whoa.
I don't think George Lopez was ever funny.
Whoa. What, dude? You can't say that in the Valley, bro.
I don't think he was ever funny.
You didn't see the George Lopez Tonight Show? I mean,
I saw like that show that would come up.
The George Lopez show. You're just sleeping at like 2 a.m. You're tired. Then all of a sudden it's
that
like
show is cursed. That show is cursed. The only reason I say that is because I vividly remember one time I went to sleep like at 12 and I left my TV on like the Discovery Channel or something, and I somehow still woke up to it.
I am convinced that when a child would fall asleep and their TV was on, it doesn't matter what channel it was on, it would automatically go to Nick at Night, which would automatically go to Cartoon Network, which would automatically go to Adult Swim. I am convinced.
I never woke up to Adult Swim.
I woke up to Adult Swim once, and it wasn't. I remember it was such a weird show. It was like a show where, oh my god, it was like the Squid. I don't know. It was some adult film show.
Squidbillies?
Yes. Yeah, and the animation for that show is so weird, and the characters are so weird looking. I remember thinking, oh my god, what's going on right now?
Like, have you actually ever noticed that aside from like, I think the only exceptions would be like Family Guy and Simpsons, every other like adult animated show always looks ugly as hell.
Dude, King of the Hill, that's ugly. That's an.
I kind of like King of the Hill. I do.
Yeah, but I hate looking at it though. I
it's
get
like-
why people feel it's funny because I was like, oh, that's funny. I'll be watching it. But at the same time, while I'm watching it, I'm like, dude, they can't amp up like the definition of this animation just a tad bit more.
Like if it's not a Disney cartoon or Family Guy and Simpsons, because I think those are the only like decent looking ones.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of adult like animations just look ugly. Like from America,
Right.
I would say, because like anime has its own like style and everything, but like anything made in the Western part of the world.
Speaking of animation, I just saw something. The BAFTA awards have given out their like nominees for the best animated picture, and 2 Disneys are going at it.
Which
it
one?
was.
Let me take a guess. It's gonna be Luca and Encanto.
Yep, that's exactly those.
It's gonna be Luca.
And I'm going. Okay. A little hot take here. You put Cruella on Disney Plus and you put Luca in the theaters. That's my hot take. Because I think Luca was a way better film than Cruella. And if you want to diss me on that, you can go ahead, but that's my opinion. I'm standing by it. What do you think?
I have an even hotter take.
Let's hear it.
I don't like Cruella.
Dude, yeah.
I don't like Cruella.
Dude, they're even thinking about they're already making a Cruella too. And I don't even understand this one.
And then this is gonna be even like more of a hot take. I like Luca better than Encanto.
Oh, I'm with you. I'm with you, my man. That's it. I think Luca was such a great film to watch. I haven't like been like so immersed in the plot and just fun watching it. The animation looks so cool since like Toy Story.
Yeah,
that was so fun.
Because it like somehow had detail, but at the same time it had like a cartoony kind of style, which is like the weirdest combo.
While the plot and the conflict of the protagonist and antagonist, you're like, oh my god, how is this gonna end? Oh my god.
Like, don't get me wrong.
I think Luca is, in my opinion, I think Luca's in the top 5 of Disney animated movies. Because is it Pixar? It wasn't Pixar, right? It was just Disney.
I'm not sure. I don't think Pixar was involved.
No, I think it was just Disney. Yeah.
I don't think Pixar was involved in either of them, actually.
No, it wasn't. That was another big thing that came out there. Like, oh no, Pixar. Well, I don't think there was any Pixar.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Encanto is bad. It was good. I liked it, but I like Luca better.
Yeah, Encanto is not a bad film, but Luca is better.
It's just I relate to the story in Luca more than I do Encanto. That's the only thing that like I would say like I liked Luca more because I also related to it more.
So I just got something. Some people claim that Cruella is the best movie that's come out in recent years. What do you think about that?
Look, it's not a badly made film.
Listen, Cruella is not bad. But
to me, there's no purpose of it. Like, because like
go off question mark go off.
The biggest issue that I have with these, like, I don't know if you noticed, but like recently they've started making like villain movie stories, right?
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. But my problem is I'm not enjoying that they're making them practically more good guys.
Yeah. See, Cruella's like this. I don't understand the dogs. Like at the end, she's like, "Oh, these are my dogs." It's like I thought you were supposed to be killing the dogs and skinning them.
Yeah, like
why do you have the dogs now?
Like it's changing them to like.
And so apparently, like this number 2 is gonna like turn her around, and so it's
better.
It's just for the money. It's just for the money.
Yeah, it is. Like
that's all these plots.
I want to say the only like again. I'm not saying any of these villain movies were made badly. I know there was work put into them and stuff like that. They're good like movies from a cinematic standpoint, but like from a story standpoint, I think the only ones that the only one that I actually like enjoyed was the newer Suicide Squad and Joker.
The only films you enjoyed from the past recent years?
From the whole like making the villains the main character.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Those were the only 2 that I think did it like perfectly.
Yeah.
I would say I lost my train of thought on that, but like I think those are the only ones that nailed it. Because another one that I thought I was gonna like was Venom.
Oh, I like the original Venom. I like the first one. The second one was eh.
Look, I don't like that they basically made it a buddy cop movie.
Like they did make it a buddy cop movie.
It's just a buddy cop movie.
You know, how about let's just take a really quick U-turn real quick and let's diss on Harry Styles a bit.
Okay. Like from the Eternals or
no, just Harry Styles in general.
Okay.
I I really don't understand the whole concept of liking Harry Styles. He broke up One Direction. He has some fascination with butterflies. Okay.
To each their own.
Get in line. And is his music really all that?
I'm kind of biased because I don't like a lot of modern music, so I
Yeah.
can't really say much about that. I'm more of a fan of like classic rock. There's
But
only like a few.
My
select
whole
modern
thing
ones.
is just these Harry Styles fangirls. Every Harry Styles fangirl is cramming all this useless Harry Styles information into their heads because they're preparing for this big Harry Styles personality test that's never going to come.
What? What do you mean?
If you listen, just go to any average girl in general and ask, "Hey, do you like Harry Styles?" And if they'll say either one or two things. Yeah, I listen to him, or I love Harry Styles. When you meet the I love Harry Styles, ask them like any personal question about Harry Styles. What his favorite TV shows, what his favorite colors, what he likes to do in the morning, what he likes to do before he goes to bed. They will answer it within like no hesitation.
You know what this is reminding me of?
What?
Like back when he first became popular, Justin Bieber.
Dude,
It's the same.
it's the same. It's the same energy.
Like, you know, back then there was a piece of Justin Bieber's hair that sold on eBay for I forgot how much money. It was just like a strand.
Really?
And like there's like what I was thinking when I first heard of it is like there's not even a guarantee that that's actually his hair. Like not like don't get me wrong, selling it is ridiculous, but like even if that's like okay in someone's mind, there's no guarantee that that's his hair.
At some point, we have to look at it and say, okay, does this person have like a mental like deficiency or something? Is this the signs of, hey, maybe we should input this person into a mental hospital?
I would say, you know what's even worse? I don't know how well versed you are.
I'm not gonna lie. I do have a bit of a fascination with Dua Lipa. You know who Dua Lipa is? Question mark. Dua Lipa is a goddess, okay? She has come from humble beginnings and made her way to the top.
So
Dua Lipa is the true meaning of, like pop star,
I like Lady Gaga.
Okay, Lady Gaga's fine and all. But Dua Lipa's the one, all right? I think a lot of people, diss Dua Lipa here and there, but Dua Lipa is single. And so I would just like to make a quick shout out to Dua Lipa. I know she's not listening, but in the case that this ever does come out, because these are recording and going into YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Dua Lipa, if you do ever hear this, my name's Diego, and I can be whatever you want.
Let's add her.
Dua
Listen to Vaquero Radio.
Dua Lipa, I know you're single. I know you just got off a breakup. I don't know who that guy was, but screw that guy. He's not man enough for you.
I have a hot take. If we're talking about like female music artists.
Yeah, let's just get a hot take. Let's just segue into that.
I'm not a fan of Billie Eilish.
You're not a fan of Billie Eilish?
There's only one song that I like from Billie Eilish, and it's the one that came out in the new James Bond movie.
I've never seen that movie, so don't say anything more.
I haven't seen it either, but I just like the song. Look, man, it's either James Bond or No Way Home. I made my decision.
Okay. Here's a hot take. If I ever do get famous and crazy enough, I'm not inviting Billie Eilish to any of my parties. I feel like Billie Eilish is the one depressed girl that finds her way into like every high school party just to like sit in the corner and sulk. It's like, I'm here.
I think she's a fun person because like I've seen her like
No
Instagram
way.
posts.
She's definitely one of those chicks that just like she has a social meter and it's not very big. And as soon as it runs out, she's just completely shuts down. Like, I'm not looking at anybody. I'm not talking to anybody. Blip. I'm a blank. I feel like when she gets to that point, her personality becomes the equivalent to a stale piece of white bread. That's my hot take. Okay. I've just been informed we have to go into a
musical break.
We have to go into a musical break. You think the song will be good?
Yes, play it right now.
We're playing Hotel California by the Eagles. Please, I hope you enjoy. And that's going to be all the time we have today
So short.
I know, right? It feels shorter and shorter every week. But today we had the great question mark on the show. Question mark, thank you so much for being on the show.
No problem.
We
It's been a
appreciate it.
while since I've
You-
kind of participated.
You have always something interesting to say, and we always appreciate your time.
Thank
And
you.
don't think this is just, you're coming in because Jan's not here. Jan, wherever he is, he doesn't need to be here. We were fine without him, weren't we? Question mark.
Yeah, I would say so.
I think we were pretty good, weren't we?
Yeah, we're a good team.
All right, guys. Well, I think that's going to be it. Next week, we have a great show for you. We're going to be talking about more movies, more Metaverse. And as always, call us in, text us, go on the Radio FX app. We can now do call-ins, which Jan has informed us. And so that's going to be good. Not
but
yet?
We might get the ability to.
As early as next week, maybe?
I don't think so, but
Dang.
hopefully sometime this semester. But
Hopefully.
you could always still contact us through the chat option. That's always still open.
That is true, guys. Always contact us with any questions you have, and we'll be sure to answer them. And as always, thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate your time. We appreciate you listening to us. And this has been the Tea with D, Season 2, Episode 2, coming to an end. Thank you all very much.